Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the wood shop. Thank you for watching. Today we are going to turn this sheet of plywood into something. It's some cubby based thing I've been asked to build. First thing I need to do is take 12.5 inches off of that side. So one big 12.5 inch strip. And then with the remainder we're going to bucket into a bunch of different lengths. So let's get started, and we're going to buck everything up and then we'll see where we go from there. So I think I got all the parts cut, except I don't know what these are for. My design says to cut them in a specific manner, but I don't know why. Now it's time to cut the pocket screws, and we're going to use my pocket screw jig. Well-loved pocket screw jig. Now most people would go with a cordless drill because that's what everyone buys now, cordless. I don't. I'm going with the old corded drill. Reason being, I never run out of wall pixies. The electricity comes out of the wall. It comes forever. Well, unless you have a power outage, I guess. The electricity that comes out of your battery goes until your battery is out, which I have found with my drills happens about halfway through cutting the pocket screws, pocket holes, whatever. So, I prefer this. Next is the tops, but I'm concerned about them. They're actually a little bit small. Probably should have cut them a little bit wider, or cut the... So, the tops are a little bit short for this. Now, I should have either cut them a little bit wider, or I should have cut this angle a little bit deeper. I don't really want to go back and cut this angle, and I don't have the plywood to recut the top. We're just going to have to wing it, I think. Right in the middle of doing that, I realized what those other pieces we cut were for. Now I'm trying to decide if I'm actually going to put them in or not. So box is 30 inches wide, or 29.5 inches wide interiorly. Those pieces were designed to go in the middle. To kind of break it up and create two bins instead of one big long bin. And I would say I won't do it. I just noticed this went straight through. That's interesting. Every single one of these I went through. What? I mean, nothing new that there's a hole in my Craig jig. Not saying that I haven't screwed this one up before, but that's actually a pretty deep cut. What the heck is going on? I have to use some weird screws for that. Awesome. Alright, I have figured out what we're doing with that, and alright, we have to, I was originally not going to put the middle insert in, but I was told to anyway. So we need to do that. So here is our middle insert, which should go something like this. I hope. Yeah. Like that? Yep. Alright, so that's good. Makes it easy. Should I find where my pencil, oh there it is. Always. Alright. Nice. Alright. So that's those, which we'll cut up later. Nice and sharp. Put that somewhere else. That's for a completely different project. Okay. Now, what I want to do is start building these. I need screws. Oh. Alright. Dial that way back. Get that off. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. Let's. Perfect. Mostly perfect. Okay. Aha. All right. Right, that went not well. That's not 1.5 inches. If it is, I'm a monkey's uncle. Go with 1 inch. No, those are 1.5 inches. Despite, oh, because I don't, okay, never mind. There. There. That worked. Go. Perfect. Or mostly so. Alright. There's those pieces. Sweet. Alright. Now, I'm going to put that in, but we're not going to be silly. one. Okay, we gotta do that. Why is that backwards? I don't know. Seriously, that's how I did it? Wow. Alright. I was going to fasten the fascia board on, but you'll notice, not exactly how I want to be. So I'm going to have to actually hit that pretty good with a sander, which is fine. Just sand that down, which isn't necessarily bad because I still have to put the center section in. So we're going to hit that with the sander with like a 60, probably a 60 grit sandpaper on it. That should take that right down. We also need to do the outside anyway, and then probably paint it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and build these other boxes, basic boxes. So we have the 3 basic boxes, and then we'll get on the table saw and cut the inner pieces, and then we'll get the sander out. Well, I got the basic boxes done. 3 basic boxes. They don't align perfectly. By any stretch of any imagination that you've got, they don't align properly. I'm not even sure how they're going to look when they have a front on them. Well, so if I line this based on the front, something right about like that. I guess that's not going to look too bad. It's a thing, right? Going with right. So the next thing we need to do is we need to sand off these areas because all of them are off. Next part. The worst part. Paint. The worst part. I'm not going to make you watch. I'm going to paint them. Then we'll come back when they're done. Because it can take me hours. Well, we finished painting. I involved DOS. So I did this. Isn't that nice? Sorry for the camera shake. I have to hold it funny. You'll see why in a moment. And then DOS did this one. That's the back of it. Yeah. I personally think I did a better job. I mean, that's just my thought on the whole matter. That I did the better painting job than DOS did. And yeah, let's just say she took exception to that. So she took exception to me saying that her painting job was not as good as mine. I hate painting. I'm going to tell you this straight up many, many times. I hate painting. I thought involving DOS would be a good idea. It is what it is. So we're done with the painting. Sorry. So we're done with the painting. Literally to throw it together, all I'm going to do is take some of this stuff. I've got a bunch of spare, whatever that crap is, sitting around my shop somewhere. I swear I do. I might be mistaken, but I swear I've got it because I bought 4x8 sheet of that crap and I only used probably half of it. So I swear I have some, but I'm going to put some on the back of these. So it'll be sitting here. It'll have the white on here, so it'll really accent against that. I don't have to worry about painting anymore because I don't want to paint anymore. And then assembly is super, super simple. Put the bottom one down. That's the bottom one because Doss ran out of paint before she finished, which is why she tacked me with blue, because she ran completely out of paint, and I told her, well, I'll just finish yours because you don't know how to paint. And so don't leave your paintlets around when you have vindictive people. So that will go down first, then that one, and finally that one. And then I'll just take them into the wall with a simple, like, I've got some really fat washers, so because these aren't designed to take a lot of weight, like potatoes, onions, sweet potatoes, I guess, that kind of stuff. So they're not designed to take a lot of weight, so I'm just going to use really large washers. There's somewhere in that, and just take it onto the wall so that if it were to get hit or you set something on top of it and it kind of lurches forward, it won't pull the whole thing down. I'm not designing these actually tagged onto each other, but if you'll notice, I've got this little overhang here. So it'll actually, this bottom one will sit farther out from the wall than the top one, and they'll just tag off of each other and kind of build like a stair step type thing. So I'm going to go cleaned up because, yeah, and then I'm going to go find my stuff, put it on the back. No need for you to see that. We'll be doing plenty of stuff with the air compressor, just somewhere over there at a different time, and this paint is starting to feel weird on my skin, so I want to get it off. Well, there we go. We're done. I've got the wainscoting on the back. Here's I told you I had some big fat washers, some big old washers, and then I'm just going to use, those are just sheetrock screws, but they will do the job for what we're doing. Well, there we go. Just a nice, simple project. You'll notice that the interlock that I built, it's not perfect, but none of it is really perfect right now. Should have sloped this a little bit more, so I could have had that seat perfect, but it's serviceable. It prevents, you can't push it back because it's not going to work well. Also, it won't really slide very well. You can see the offsets. We're talking about with a 1/4 inch offset and then 1/4 inch further, so we're a 1/2 inch offset on the top from the bottom, which is fine. The little lip here is going to push the whole thing back, so everything will be tipped back, so you can throw your potatoes or your onions or your squash. Why is it these colors? Because they were on special at Lowe's for a reason. That's not supposed to be pink. It's supposed to be some sort of orange. If that's orange, I'm a goat. I'm not a goat. Seriously, I'm not a goat. You see horns? No? Okay. Pink. That is pink. But still, I think it gives a nice effect. It'll brighten up a room. The white wainscoting really makes it nice so you can see what's in there. Awesome. Well, that was our project. I hope you all have a great day. I have to go put this in the house somewhere. I haven't been told where, so I have to go ask. I'm afraid to get it painted again, but we'll see.